Hey Capricorn, it's Regina here from Tarot and Time in Kent, Connecticut. I'm here to talk to you about the month of September using tarot and astrology for everyday living. So let's jump into this big month. There's a lot going on in the sign of Virgo. We know the sun is there in the sign, the mutable earth sign of Virgo. You're also an earth sign Capricorn, so you make a lovely triangle with Virgo, which is a flowing positive aspect in astrology. So we know the sun is there. We know Mercury is going to be there. We know that Venus will be there later in the month. And we also know that we're going to have that Virgo new moon at the end of this month. And I have a bunch of paperwork here. There was so much paperwork getting ready for this month because there's so many planetary changes. Now, this Virgo new moon on 9/21 is coming with a solar eclipse. So this is a big deal. So let's go through it all because there's a lot of stuff happening for you. Remember that you have an opposition with Jupiter, the planet of luck and blessings, in the water sign of Cancer, which is right across from you. So you kind of have Jupiter there opposite. It's going to be there for almost 10 more months. So Jupiter brings in luck. It brings in blessing. It brings in expansion, higher learning, rules law, and it's luck. So it's on your side. So if you do have any legal matters, anything like that, you'll be happy that at least Jupiter is in its best placement in Cancer across from you, but that is called an opposition, so it always wants something. So Jupiter wants to expand, so you're going to need to look at ways in which you can do that. Now, when Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into Virgo, you're going to be able to get your ducks in a row really easily. Venus will move into the sign of Virgo on the 19th of the month. It'll be there till the 13th. So it's going to be a good time for invites, offers, introductions. But Virgo does know that strings are often attached with opportunities. So be shrewd about those kind of things. And then the Virgo new moon on the 21st that comes with the solar eclipse. So this will be trining you, positive aspects. So you can look at things like your health, your wealth. There's emphasis on the body and taking care of it. So there might be some changes that need to be made in diet and exercise. And you can't burn the candle at both ends anymore. It's time to take care of yourself, cut back on spending and consolidate. Make space for the gifts of the solar eclipse. So this is beautiful energy for you. Now, you have Mars, the planet of action. It's in the sign of Libra. It's not its best placement. Mars in Libra is squaring you. So you might find that it's a little bit hard to get things done or to push ahead or to play nice with others. And when we get to the 22nd of the month, that's going to lighten up for you because Mars is going to move into the sign of Scorpio, one of its best placements. And this will be sextiling you, which is a positive aspect. So from 9/22 to 10/13, you'll be able to get a lot done. Now, the full moon in Pisces with the lunar eclipse that takes something from us will also be sextiling you. So there's a lot of activity this month, even though none of it's really in your own sign, Capricorn, but a lot of aspects that will be affecting you. So let's see what the month has for you. Let's start off by rolling these Astro dice. See what themes we have coming up. We are getting the planet Neptune in the sign of Pisces in the 12th house, which is Pisces house. So you rolled all Pisces. So first of all, Neptune's going to return to the sign of Pisces next month. This is its last month in Aries for a few months. It's going to retrograde back, then it will come back into Aries later. Now, when it's in Aries, which it is for the month September, it will be squaring you because Aries is a cardinal sign. So are you. They make a 90-degree angle. So this Pisces energy, this creative energy, this karmic energy, this energy of retreating also because that's the 12th house, is going to be squaring you. So it's like, hey, don't forget about us. You got to take care of this or there could be a problem. So you got to get rest. You have to make room for creativity and you have to look at some karmic cycles. when I'm talking about karmic cycles, I'm talking about like karmic behavior. Pisces rules drugs and alcohol. Pisces rules retreating back or disassociating back, right? So there's things here where it's asking you kind of to show up in those karmic breaking times and in the resting, the retreating, the contemplating, and the creative energy. Okay. We're going to have a grand air trine this month or close to it. So there's going to be a lot of mental energy available. You may have new ideas, but take those ideas and get some quiet time so that you can process that information. All right. Neptune, Pisces, 12th house. All right. Let's put a couple cards on the table for you, Capricorn. Starting off with what themes that you need to know this month. I haven't looked at any of these cards yet. Here's one from the Curious Travels deck, another one from the Magical Hours Tarot. We're going to take one here from the Pastoral Tarot, and then we have this nice Spirit of the Animals Oracle, so we can find out your spirit animal, spirit guide for the month, okay? So let's see what themes come up, and then we'll take a deeper dive into the month of September. Your first card showing up is the Death card. So we've got Scorpio energy here, and we know we're going to be heading into Scorpio season soon. Mars is going to be heading into Scorpio this month, and so we see change. All right. And I think that Pisces energy is asking you to take some time back, kind of like absorbing the change, looking at what needs to change. The Death card is not anything to be scared of. It's just powerful. Remember, Death is Scorpio. It's associated with resources. So it has themes of other people's money and combined monies. It also rules sex. So maybe that can help change your outlook on the Death card a little bit. Your next card is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is like the bad boy of the tarot deck, fire energy that wants to move forward quickly. It's kind of fun energy there. Let's see what else we have. The Empress. She's just kind of sitting in her garden and enjoying the beauty. So I feel like with the Knight of Wands here we got the Death card. I almost wanted to put the Death card between the two, but it's almost like action versus inaction, almost like trying to prove something and just knowing your worth. Okay. So there's a balance here and there's some themes here to look at. Now let's see what your spirit animal is. And it's the bee. It says community. It says you are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Ooh, the queen of abundance next to the Empress, who might also call herself the queen of abundance. And I wonder, is there any bees in this picture too? It's definitely some bugs flying around. She's got all these beautiful flowers growing. I'm sure there's lots of bees in there. So the bee is held in high regard in her community, right? Because she works in a community. And so you need to look at your role in your community and your role in working with others, okay? Because we know Mars is in that, I think it's called its fall in the sign of Libra, because Mars kind of likes to do it on its own, and Libra is a sign of relationships. So you have to look at your role in your community, in the working with others. And it's kind of like your nature is almost to want to like do it yourself. Also, Capricorn, you tend to like to be the boss. You're good at it, but it's asking you to step into the role of working with others and not hiding your power, showing up, bringing change into the situation. So I'm going to move these back a little bit. Now we're going to go deeper. Okay. We're going to put some themes here. So we're going to put a little pile over here. I'm calling it the Saturn pile. Now remember, you are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is retrograding this month, right? We forgot to talk about that. Saturn is retrograding. It just left the sign of Aries, which was squaring you. So you were squaring your own ruling planet for a while, and it moved back into Pisces, and you had all that Pisces energy. So Saturn's going to spend its last 5 months in Pisces, and then it's going to move into Aries, and it won't come back to Pisces for 29 years. So this is an interesting time for you to really look at where you're taking action, retreat back. You got 5 months to kind of look, feel, see what needs to change, and then you'll move forward in a fresh manner, all right, next year. All right, so the Saturn pile is regarding your career, your work, your businesses, where you put your energy, whether that be raising children or caring for loved ones or whatever you're doing with your Saturn energy. Okay, let's see what's going on there. Let's make another pile for Venus energy. So this is your relationships. This is value. This is your self-value. This is how you're playing with others, and it has themes of love. Whether you're in a relationship or looking for love, see what themes we have there. We're going to put some cards in the background. This pile is going to be the greatest challenge for you this month, Capricorn, and another one over here for your greatest opportunity this month. And I'm going to put a couple in each of those piles. Oh, that one wants to be there. Okay. Opportunity. All right. So let's jump into this. So let's start with the Saturn pile. Let's see what we've got going on. You've got the Lovers card. This is a Gemini card. Now, Uranus, the oh wow planet, is hanging out in Gemini these days. And so anything can happen. The Lovers is it's about love, kind of, but it's really about choices and not jumping into things too quickly. These two look very bonded. And the evil eye is above them, protecting them from envy. Okay, so some people may be envious of your success, of the choices that you've made. So make sure that you protect yourself, just like they need to protect themselves from their tusks being stolen, right? A sad story that is. Now, the Fool card. So you got two major arcanas. You got an Aquarius card here. Air energy. Remember I said there's a lot of air energy this month. And the Fool is Aquarius, ready for a new storyline, new leap of faith. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles where all is well, all is lush, okay? So interesting here, two major arcanas and a card of wealth, a card of no lack. Maybe a little sense of boredom sometimes. The Nine of Pentacles can bring in some complacency, but there is adventurous energy with the Fool and with the Lovers. Now, I want to put a clarifying card here. So the Lovers is about, slowly making choices, and the Fool is just jumping right in. So what exactly is the message here? And it's the 10 of Pentacles, more elephants. Okay, so it's kind of almost like looking at like your choices here affect your future generations. This is almost like family money. And so I would be careful with your choices. There may be some opportunities to jump into some new things, but it's telling you to take your time to decide, okay? There was a point this month, and I'm just kind of flipping back through here, on the 17th of the month. And I'm happy that this brought this up because we failed to talk about this. On 9/17, Mercury is going to be opposite Saturn, which is retrograde. And it's so Mercury opposite Saturn. What you see isn't what you will get. So put off signing agreements. It won't be easy as the window of opportunity on this deal is closing. They are under pressure to seal the deal. It is not the time to proceed. More info will come. That feels very pertinent here. So don't be rushed to make a decision because these decisions are really going to affect your legacy. Now, let's go over here to the love pile. So let's see. Most of the month, Venus will be in Leo. Leo's a fixed fire sign. And then it's going to move into Virgo, earth sign. So you are going to have a trine with Venus. Oh, okay. So that's a good thing. Let's see what we've got. We've got the Nine of Wands. And Nine of Wands is just like very overstimulating. There's a lot going on. We know we're in a 9-year in numerology. 2025 equals 9. So we see heightened energy here of the 9. Nine of Wands, there's just a lot. She almost looks like she's going into the fetal position a little bit. She's a little overwhelmed. You have the King of Pentacles here, which is you. You're the King of Pentacles, Capricorn. So we see your energy showing up here strong and stable. And we have the Two of Wands. It's beautiful. I think this was the cover photo on the box for this beautiful pastoral tarot. In a field of lavender. Imagine how good that smells. Two of Wands. Where do we want to go from here? All right. So there's relationship number showing up. It shows a little bit of overstimulation, but I have a feeling that that's because of work. What is overstimulating Capricorn here in the Venus pile? It's the King of Pentacles again. And I do think it's work. Look at this version of you. I love that version of you. And it looks like he has like Mother Mary in front of him and the High Priestess. There's a lot of power here. He's not going to budge. So you may be working a lot, maybe affecting your relationships. And as that Virgo new moon shows up, and we know we have to, this is our second Virgo new moon in a row. It's been trining you both times. You have to look at your schedule, routines, and habits so that you can actually look at the future here and spend time with the people that you love. So I think your message here is you got to show up. Okay. All right. Now let's go up here to the biggest obstacle. Biggest obstacle for the month, Capricorn, is the King of Wands. And he's like, let's go on adventures. He almost looks like Peter Pan to me, but he is a king of travel. All right. So King of Wands, maybe his freedom is frustrating to you. Maybe that's what you want to be, but you're not there yet. The Three of Pentacles here, which is all about teamwork. So we already heard some themes of that might be challenging for you. And remember, the advice is if you can't play nice, at least be polite. And the Ace of Pentacles here, a pentacle. So he's reaching for that pentacle for what's of value there and almost kind of wanting to go on your own to do it. And maybe there's some new outlooks about money, or maybe well, it's a 1. So next year is going to be a 1 year. So it makes me think about future money planning. So there may be, I don't know, I kind of get vibes of like wishing you could just go on vacation, take off, but you have so much responsibility. The idea of playing with others isn't always easy for you, and thinking some things with money, but especially with themes of next year showing up here, okay, as challenges. Let's see what we've got over here for biggest opportunity this month. The High Priestess. She's a 2. She's in relationship, and she's the divine feminine. So you have some opportunities with the women in your life. You also have some opportunities here with creative energy. We saw that before with the Pisces role, and connecting higher, trusting your feelings, pulling you forward. And the Lovers is coming up as your opportunity. And I think this is a very strange version of the Lovers, but you have choices. And if you're the rabbit up here, you have a bigger view of things. Okay. So there's 2 major arcanas as your opportunities. So you have relationships and the Lovers, which everybody always thinks of as a relationship card, even though it's really about choices. But I think you have the choice to show up in your relationship or not. There's a lot here about your legacy. I think you have a very lot going on, but you have to make a choice to show up in your community and in your relationships, especially your love relationships. All right. I think that sounds about right, Capricorn, right? I know that you are known to err on the side of workaholic, to be very hard on yourself. So get around some good people. Now, let's see if there's anything else I missed for you here this month, Capricorn. Anything else Capricorn needs to know this month? Here's the 3 of Pentacles again. So it came up as your biggest challenge back here. This was the same card. So they're kind of measuring and working together. And then you have over here like these orcas or I think that's what they are. But it's flowing. Okay? So there's a lot of creative energy flowing if you can work with others. And here's the 9 of Swords, which is the insomnia card. There's a lot on your mind. It's almost like you have to delegate to others so that you can actually get a good night's sleep. So make the best of it, Capricorn, and thanks for joining me.